Bitcoin is raging higher today on the rumors that a Bitcoin ETF could be approved on the 18th of October. In today's video, I'll be diving into that, looking at the technicals, letting you know what to expect, as well as a word of caution on the markets right now. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that's a topic you'd like to know some more about, maybe just stay up to date with, then you should definitely subscribe to the Lark Davis channel. Also, take a quick second to tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. It would be super, super awesome. And obviously, if you want to know when I put out a new video, you should click on the notification bell as well. This is the kind of mood right now in the market. Yes, Bitcoin, it feels good. Everybody's getting excited. Love that movie. Great movie. The Dude Abides. The Dude Abides. I love it. Now, let's look at the charts. Let's have a little conversation here about what is happening with Bitcoin right now. Now, this is a beautiful candle. Just make a piece of art out of that. That's lovely. Lovely. I like it a lot. What we've essentially seen is this beautiful rebound from Bitcoin, breaking out of resistance here, closing our daily candle above that, breaking out of resistance again here at $50,000, posting a nice daily candle above that, rising volume the whole time here. Check that out, rising volume. Nice, strong volume on today's candle. Give you some perspective. When was the last time we saw this kind of bullish volume? It's been a while, right? Last time was back here in early July when everybody was getting very excited about the Bitcoin rally. We had that kind of strong volume there. And then we posted this candle, which essentially has broken the downtrend for Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has been in a downtrend ever since April. April 13th, 14th, April 14th, that was the day. That was the day when everything started getting a bit pear-shaped. Down we went. Now, what's amazing is the recovery that has happened for Bitcoin ever since then. Those people who are saying, oh, this is just the dead cat bounce. You don't know what a dead cat bounce is. Those people who are saying, well, we're in a bear market. Really? Really? Bitcoin's 15% away from its all-time highs right now. That doesn't sound very bear market-y to me. Look back at any crypto bear market. Tell me at what point did we get back within 15% of the all-time high with such bullish-looking charts breaking out of a critical downtrend. Now, had we not broken out here, had we continued moving downward, that would be a different scenario. But that's not what happened. We had this beautiful, beautiful rally come in here for Bitcoin, and now we have broken above this downtrend. Word of caution, though. Yes, we have broken above the downtrend. Yes, I'm very bullish on that reality. However, do keep in mind, we could still come back down to retest some of these key lines as areas of support. So that could either be a retest of the downtrend line here, which could see Bitcoin coming back down to test around $50,500, or even coming down to maybe the convergence point of these areas of resistance here over the next few days, where we come down and see Bitcoin retesting $50,000 before bouncing higher. Now, just so you understand, after a breakout, a retest of previous resistance as support is a technically bullish move. So if that happened, nothing to be scared about. That would be normal and healthy for Bitcoin to do that. Now, it could just rage higher. It could just rage higher, but I want you to understand that is a possibility that we could be looking at. Just so you're ready for it if it happens. Now, if we do see this happening, you have to understand that altcoins, they have a very mixed relationship with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin continues to rage higher right now, altcoins will do well. They will do well. Now, they're going to fall in Bitcoin value. They're going to go up in dollar value. They're going to fall versus Bitcoin. So you're going to see a lot of money moving from altcoins to chase the Bitcoin pump. Bitcoin season could be here. A lot of the traders in the market are going to be following that thesis, throwing money into Bitcoin, because why bother with altcoins right now if they're going to lose value versus Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the trade to be in. So they're all going to be chasing that. If Bitcoin goes down, alternatively, you're going to see altcoins probably getting hit quite hard as well. basically a dicey time to be in altcoins right now. A lot of the market will be thinking like that and preparing for such an eventuality where we could see altcoins losing some value, definitely versus Bitcoin if Bitcoin starts raging. And if we do get a correction back down to here, altcoins could suffer more dramatically than Bitcoin would. For Bitcoin, that would only be a 5-10% correction downwards. For altcoins, that could be a 30, 40, 50% bleed off for some of them, right? So something to keep in mind, there. In this scenario, there is a bit of caution to think about, even though it's very exciting times. I don't want to rain on the parade here, but it's just something to think about to keep yourselves, safe in these markets. Certainly, if we do get our dip back down here, I'll buy it up. I'll buy some more Bitcoin there, just, for the culture. Why not? Oh, man. Anyway, just there you go. That's the technicals for today. If you want to trade some Bitcoin, check out Femex. This is a great exchange for trading futures as well as trading spot markets. So you can long, you can short Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, Dogecoin, all of the fun coins. If you use the link down below to start your account, you're going to get 10% off of your trading fees over on Femex and up to $1,200 in trading bonuses, $100 for making your first deposits and doing some simple trades, doing your first trades and things like that, as well as $1,100 for making Bitcoin deposits. So go ahead and check that out if you are a trader. Now let's get into the next bit of the video here. Bitcoin is once again a $1 trillion asset, 1/10 of the way to the market cap of gold. 10% there, 10% there. We're not that far away, guys. But no, it's awesome seeing Bitcoin again at a $1 trillion market cap. I think it's a nice round number for Bitcoin. Bitcoin over $1 trillion. It feels good. Now, as the market started heating up here, apparently somebody bought $1.6 billion of Bitcoin via market orders in just 5 minutes. Who was that? Which one of you guys did this, huh? Which one of you guys bought $1.6 billion of Bitcoin on market orders? Holy cow. That, of course, pushed up the markets quite a bit in a very short amount of time. Didn't really liquidate that many shorts, so it's kind of one of those weird situations where it's not whales looking to liquidate a bunch of shorts. So pretty interesting. Whales out there just gobbling up incredible amounts of Bitcoin, because once we broke over $51,000, once we broke our trend, right? We broke out of the downtrend. Somebody with apparently a truck ton of money came in and said, I want to buy a bunch of Bitcoin. I can see the trend is changing. I'm going to take my $1.6 billion and, turn it into $10 billion over the next few months as Bitcoin rallies higher. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Now, what is causing the pump? Well, some people are saying that it is based on the speculation that we could see a Bitcoin ETF approved on October 18th. So that could be coming up pretty soon. I mean, October 18th, it's 11 days away. Now, in particular, this is a Bitcoin futures ETF. So the Pro Shares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, it has an October 18th deadline. Be interesting to see if it does end up actually getting approved. Now, these guys, the analysts here from Bloomberg, they say they think it's got a 75% chance of getting approved in October. This rumor just keeps circling around. A lot of people are thinking that we're going to see a Bitcoin ETF approval in October. October 18th, of course, is the deadline for that. Now, you have to understand, if it gets approved on October 18th, it's not going to start trading then on the 19th. It'll probably be a month or 2 months or even 3 months before it actually gets listed somewhere. That's just, you're allowed to do this. Now let's work on rolling it out. Might be quick, might be 2 or 3 weeks, but likely it'll be a couple months from the time of approval until the time of trading. If we saw that, for example, being approved for like December, That would just be, I'm telling you, like, what's going on here? It's so crazy. That would just be like an almost a repeat of 2017, where we saw the CME futures getting approved by the SEC and then starting trading in December. It would just be crazy. Is that what's going to happen? I don't know, man. I don't know. Red team go, red team go. Maybe it is. But you have to understand the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF. It is a futures-backed ETF, so it's based on CME Bitcoin futures. It's a Wall Street manipulation tool. This is not the Bitcoin ETF that we want. This is the Bitcoin ETF that's probably going to give the market a pretty damn big pump, to be honest, when it happens. But it's not a good Bitcoin ETF. It's not the kind of Bitcoin ETF that almost anyone in the market wants to see. Now, the guys who put in Bitcoin futures ETF applications, they just want to make money, so why wouldn't they? But the real Bitcoin ETFs we want are spot-backed Bitcoin ETFs, because that actually has a real impact on Bitcoin, because these futures-backed ETFs, they're just paper garbage. Not a single Satoshi backs any of it. Billions of dollars of CME futures contracts trade, and it's not backed by a cent of Bitcoin. So it's not good, particularly for the market. It allows Wall Street to bring more manipulation into the market. You want to start talking about the CME gap? Remember we talked about the CME gap all the time? Some people still talk about the CME gap all the time. What do you think is going to happen when we have a bunch of ETFs buying hundreds of millions or billions of dollars worth of these ETFs? It's going to give more power to the CME and more power to the CME gap, right? They want the CME to be the price discovery mechanism for Bitcoin. I don't want that, because that puts Wall Street in charge. Nobody wants Wall Street in charge. They're bad players, obviously. But the Bitcoin ETF, it's coming. Whether it happens on the 18th of October or not, who knows? I think there is a pretty decent chance that it is going to happen. The SEC has literally said they want to approve a futures-backed Bitcoin ETF. So why not? Why not this one? Maybe it will happen. Hopefully, a futures ETF is a gateway drug to a spot ETF. And of course, we want to see an Ethereum ETF getting approved as well. What happened in Canada, they approved Bitcoin spot ETFs that didn't, sell out to Wall Street and launch any of this futures garbage like the SEC is doing now. But still, they did a Bitcoin ETF first, then they did an Ethereum ETF. Both of these things were very, very good for the market. So when we get both of these ETFs in the USA, the world's biggest equity markets with more than 50% of the entire global equity market value, we are going to see these cryptos moon. Bitcoin and Ethereum will lead the charge. Everything else will come up behind them. It's just a matter of when this happens. Final thought for today. I did this poll yesterday on Twitter, and I want to ask it to you here as well down below in the comment section. This is your question for today. This, I think, is really about your attitude towards taking profits, towards selling your crypto at some point. Which of these two options would you regret more? Option one, would you regret selling your crypto to lock in $1 million of profit? Then you watch that crypto bag that you sold pump up to $2 million without you. So you locked in $1 million, but you missed out on making an extra $1 million. Or you don't sell at $1 million because you think it's going to go up to $2 million, and you watch your $1 million turn into just $100,000 of profit. Which of those two scenarios would you regret more? Let me know down below in the comment section. Option 1 or option 2. Anyway, just my 2 Satoshis for the day. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.